right? Is it
Oh, boy.
weird for male collectors to collect female figures? And I think this is a legitimate question because if you look at the analytics for a lot of these figures, you know, for female characters, sometimes they don't seem to get as much attention as the male characters for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the quality of the character themselves, or maybe male collectors feel a little bit weird buying too many female figures. So I did have to ask the question to people: how many female 1/6 figures do you have in your collection? Most people by far said 1 to 10, which is a pretty big range. I do understand that, but there are actually 9% who have 31 plus female figures. I had to look at my own collection here, and right now I have one female figure. One. I have Rey from Rise of Skywalker. That's it, dude. That's it. And I will have Tifa from Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'll have Aerith as well from Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have those on PO, so I will have those as well. But most collectors...
Abby?
No, thank God I don't. Thank God I don't, bro.
Come on.
They didn't
Are
make
we
it
classifying her as a female, though?
Oh my God. They did. That's true. Yeah, it's true. She did
arms than all of us combined. So
she is, dude, she could bench press me, but
yeah.
But I'll give you an example, right? This is the Tifa from Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this is how she looked in the game, to be fair. But this is a sexualized character. Let's make no mistake about it. That's just what
Holy moly.
That's just what she is. I mean, but she does look
she
like
got beautiful eyes.
She does
ground.
She does have beautiful eyes, bro. And then, like, for example, but these are not sexualized characters. Casca Reeves, for example, right? Great figure. But how is Casca Reeves really that popular that people really care that much? Some people are getting Casca Reeves, but I don't know if she's going to fly off the shelf like, say, a Mando, and I guess she's a supporting character, or even Cad Bane is a supporting character, right? Cad Bane is a male alien, but I'm wondering if there's something there that we're missing. Like, is it weird at all for male collectors optical to collect female figures? Because I'm wondering if some of us feel like, even with me buying that Tifa, I feel a little bit like, I love Tifa, but I feel a little like, should I have this? You know, is it weird to have like a female doll in your collection? Is that something we're maybe a little insecure about?
Well, not if you're Lane.
Lane's gonna watch us and be like, "You fuckers."
Lane specifically, he would modify this Casca Reeves.
He would modify.
Oh my goodness!
Swap it out to a Bison body. It was just like, why did you do that, Lane? She's all covered up. She would be like, not for me. Not for me.
Dude. No fucking chill, dude.
I'm thinking of a female figure that I bought specifically not to complete a line, because I do have a lot of female figures, but that's mostly like, I want Black Widow to complete Avengers. Yeah. I need Wonder Woman to complete Justice League, some sort. I need Wasp, so Ant-Man has somebody next to her. I think the only female figure that I bought that is her by herself is Alita, because she just looks so damn awesome. You know, like the robotic arm.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But I don't think collectors per se have a problem, like, or kind of like being, ooh, I don't know about that, you know. But I think it becomes kind of, if you don't have, let's say, Bo and Axe Wolves, and you just bought what's her name? Casca by herself. Yeah. That's kind of like, all right, that's kind of off the field right there, you know. Because I always look at her like, I would buy her if I have like Bo-Katan and you know, Axel.
Yeah,
now you're completing a line. But if you just buy her by herself and your name is not Lane, that's kind of like, you know, kind of like suspicious, right? Like, she's not that, you know, her character's pretty good, but you know, she's not really the star of the show. It's like, you'll be like, I love WWE. Okay, fine. You know,
I like WWE. Well, because like, you don't have to sexualize the figure to own them. Maybe you just love the character, and that should be ideally how you do it. And that's why I think Bo-Katan is a bestseller on Sideshow, because she's not a sexualized female character. She's a pretty leading character at this point. I mean, so, but for example, some of the others optical, like Fennec or Casca, or I mean, Ahsoka's a leading character too, I guess. But
she's kind of
but I mean, optical, do you think there's anything like, I don't think it's weird at all, depending upon what you're doing with it. But I mean, you know, I would say otherwise, if you're just collecting it, you're fine.
What are you doing with it?
I don't know. I mean,
I was modifying Ahsoka the other night.
You're modifying
Like brushing.
her arm's body.
I was like,
Dude.
I'm testing her elbows.
You're
Oh my god, dude, they probably broke. Honestly,
they're just like, oh, articulated eyes. Let's see if the mouth articulates as well. No, but I don't think there's anything weird about it.
I don't think so either. But
I don't think any, unless you are one of the. This is where I find it kind of. I still don't find it weird because the guys who's modifying it, like you've seen them. We've seen them both. Will those panels who are like in a pretty provocative position.
Right.
When they, I don't know, when they try to sexualize it, I guess that's when it becomes weird.
Right.
Like kind of this way. I've seen some who, replace the body not for articulation movement, but because, to give her a bigger asset or something. It's like, why would you fucking do that, man? That's just weird.
That's where I think it goes too far. Yeah, it goes way too far. Yeah.
But
PJ, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. If you're a non-collector, it's just going to be weird, right?
You think
Like,
so?
I just think I had some comments when people who weren't collectors or didn't know much about Hot Toys, they came in and they saw some of the figures are like, oh, okay, those are, to them it's dolls, right? Yeah, but I mean, from a collector to collector, it's not weird unless your whole collection is just all female.
True.
Then it becomes a little weird,
It's Lane weird.
Well, I don't know. I haven't, seen his collection recently.
I haven't seen Lane's. Lane's such a cool dude, man. But I don't know how many. He does have a lot of female collectibles, but that's what he likes, man.
He likes powerful women.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's true.
She's a Skywalker, so I mean,
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah. Another topic for another time. But again, like it's just one of those things. I think it's not weird. Obviously, if you're collecting a line, you want to get, like what Optical said, you want to get Bo-Katan, you want to get Casca Reeves, you want to add that to your collection and have them all displayed at the same time. And Casca Reeves portrait looks amazing. Black Widow, Ellen Ripley. Those are figures that you want to have in your collection because it completes a line or they look super cool. Like Ellen Ripley can be displayed by itself because she is really the only character from that movie that you really care about, unless they make a new, which I don't think they will. But yeah, no, I don't think it's weird at all. But it's kind of weird if you, like you said, you sexualize them or you just have just all female characters and nothing else, and just
right. I wonder why male collectors, because like I get female collectors doing that because you don't get as many amazing female action heroes or superheroes or whatever, so like they want to kind of honor those, and I get that makes sense. But as a guy, like I'm wondering why you would do that. You know what I mean? Like I mean I guess the simple answer is to like it's like a sexual thing of some kind. I don't know. Like if you only collect female characters and that's it, like that's I don't know. That's where like I'm with you guys. It starts to become a little sus.
Yeah, it just becomes a little weird. Like, why are you just only collecting females only when, like, there's other characters from that IP that, like, male characters that you could collect, or aliens, or other types of other things that you could collect. But if you're just collecting only female, then I just kind of have to question why you just only want to collect female characters.
Would you feel that way, PJ? Because we're looking at it a lens of a collector, right? Like with us, we walk into somebody's room and we see, a bunch of females mixed in with the guys. We're not going to be like, are you guys a weirdo? No, because we collect 1/6.
Yeah.
Anyone who walks in our room who doesn't collect will feel like we're weirdos anyway. So
that's
probably true. That's probably true. Yeah.
Let's eliminate them. But as we currently stand, when would you feel weird? Like, is that the case when you just see somebody's detolf just all female? Would you feel like, oh, you know what? I gotta go. Is that
I gotta go?
Is that a red flag?
Yeah, like say if like I walk in someone's house and they're a collector and I walk in and all I see is female figures all over, including statues, and then he closes the door as I walk in his room, then I kind of have to
that's like Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. That's different.
No, but it's just kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. just
This is
I
you
would
as
just
a
have the
collector,
question.
right? You
Yeah,
walk
me as a
into my
collector, I'm like,
house, all you see is, let's say, I like Ray, for example, and
mhm.
then you walk into my house, all my figures are Ray. You know, like I have all the one Hot Toys Ray. I got posters of Ray, Ray's
Yeah,
lightsaber, statues of Ray,
yeah,
her,
that,
posters, clippings from magazines.
Clippings.
yeah, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I
It's a
mean, I
little
think it is.
weird.
I
It's
think
a
it is.
little weird. You have to
But see,
agree.
but
It's a little
sad that we live in
maybe
a world.
obsession for the actress. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
That
but
could
it's
be
sad we
weird.
live in a world where you have to assume that, right? Like you could like what if Optical just really fucking loved Ray and had nothing to do with sexuality whatsoever? Like it was just
Right.
like
Mhm.
Ray's a fucking awesome character. I love Ray. And like we the problem is we just can't assume that. Like we're gonna assume the worst. We're gonna assume the
That's
opposite.
true.
Yeah,
But I mean, let's ask the question. That's a really good question. But let's ask the question this way too. Like you mentioned non-collectors, right? They're gonna think you're weird regardless, right? But I
yeah,
think they're gonna think you're twice as weird if you have a ton of female figures and hardly any
hmm
male figures,
yeah,
right?
Right, right,
I
right.
like they're gonna think you're weird
yeah,
regardless. I have a half scale Pennywise over here, right?
yeah.
But if that, if I had like a female Pennywise that was all sexualized, they'd probably be like, yeah, I'm gonna head out. Like that, that would be a very, very different
True.
conversation. And again, we're not here to shame anyone. It's just this is a
No,
topic. This is a topic that no one talks about, right? But
yeah,
I think it's an important one. It's I
yeah.
yeah.
Because I'm trying to think too. Is like if we walked in someone's house, say that are non Hot Toys collectors, and they're collecting something else, maybe I don't know. What's a weird collection? I don't know, Beanie Babies or something
Beanie
like that.
Babies.
They're all just all female. I don't know. It just well, I don't know. To us, it'll be weird, right? It'll be if someone just like, "Hey, Will, look at my Beanie Baby collection." You're like, "Okay, dude, like that's awesome." But to
My
them, it's
Beanie
like,
Baby collection.
yeah. But to them, it's like
Yeah.
they got the rare Beanie Baby or something. I don't
I'll
know.
ask the opposite because I did post a short of my
Mhm,
DC my Avengers. I was happy. I finally got Cyborg, so I did a
mhm,
shorts of my DC finally complete, right? So I
mhm.
did it's just shorts. It was a quick pan of all. And then one guy commented, and I don't know him. He was just like, "So you like big muscular guys, huh?" And I was
Oh my
I don't
gosh!
know how to react,
Really?
just like,
He's just probably trolling you. He's
and I'll
just
be like,
trolling you.
"He is," but I'll be like, "You're right."
Yeah, I do.
I do. I actually
Yeah,
watch wrestling, so I like big, muscular, sweaty guys on top of each other. So
Yeah, dude, that's WWE for you right
yeah.
there. I don't know,
Now,
man, but like, and I did ask the question to people too,
mhm,
like how many male characters do you have in your collection? And the results obviously were higher. So,
yeah,
1 to 10 though was still pretty much in there, but 31 plus was the winner here. The highest number I could throw out there
mhm,
was the
yeah,
winner. So, but is that just a matter of Hot Toys is making way more male characters because there's way more male characters in the movies and the TV shows? Or are collectors interested in more male characters because they don't want to feel weird, or maybe they feel like they just like the male characters better? I don't know. Like it's a fascinating conversation. Like I think it's a little bit of everything. Don't
yeah.
you
It's a
guys
little
think?
bit of yeah. I agree. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
and I don't even think that's a shortage of women movies. It's
mhm,
just that it's like in basketball, right? Like it doesn't mean that WNBA is well, they are horrible. But
They could beat
even
us. I mean, but
even the female would be like, well, there should be equal pay. I was like, name me 10 WNBA players. You guys don't support that. So I guess in a business
right.
standpoint, there's more male characters because who like on your stream, who watches? Maybe like 98% male.
It is. It's like
So they
96% male. Yeah,
yeah, so they
96,
would
97.
cater more to male what male likes, and that is a big
yeah,
muscular
But it's
guys.
weird because we don't like, for example, the 3% of female collectors that do collect that watch the streams and they're all super, super pleasant and great. Like we don't ever think it's weird when they collect mostly all male characters. You know what I mean? Like but with us with female characters, we'd be like, I don't know why that is that a double standard? Is that
um, I don't know. I mean,
interesting?
I just think it'd be weird if I mean, I guess it's not weird for like a female collector just to collect all female characters, right? I think they'll be like,
No, it's
oh,
not. It's
women.
not.
But then if a female collected all male character, is it weird? I
I
don't
don't think
know.
so. I don't
I
think it
don't think
is.
I don't think as weird
Yeah.
as a male collector collecting all female characters.
Right. And
I
You
wonder
know,
why
wait,
though. Why
Oh,
though? I wonder.
Can on
Uh,
top of your head, you guys name me a female character that if they make outside of Ellie, that if they make and
Damn
Abby
it.
outside of Ellie and Abby, if they make this, you'll be
Abby.
like, I'm all over it. Can you guys
Ray
think of
probably. Yeah, Ray.
yeah, but here's the thing too. I just think that we're fascinated with just female collectors in general. So
the
Well, because they're
collectors?
so
anything they
rare.
do,
Yeah.
anything they do is just like, oh man, it's cool. Like they're
Right,
collecting like
right.
us. So
They're
I
like
just,
unicorn.
yeah, they're like a unicorn, right?
Right.
So,
They are. But
um,
but optical, it's a good question. I mean,
mhm.
like optical, yeah, Ellie would have been one for sure. Not
Because we're
Abby
talking
though.
about double standards. Like if I ask you right now, Hot Toys is gonna make a female character of your choosing, not named Ray, Ellie and
Ellie
Abby, who would it be? Like they'll give you 10 seconds. Can you even think of one? Like you'll be like, oh man, I'll buy
That
it
I
for
would be all
$1,000.
over.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
like, I'll buy it $1,000.
Dark
Yeah,
Side Ray.
yeah,
What
Like
about Second Sister? I would like her from
okay, maybe yeah,
but I don't know optical, but that's a very valid question. That would be tough for me. Yeah.
right. Like it's tough. Like I'm like thinking right now, it's like I'll make a female one. Like I bought Alita. She's the lead role, like her, but she's more
mhm.
like robotic, so it's kind of like unfair.
Right.
But I like the movie. What is that movie? Salt with Angelina Jolie, for example. Right, I like that movie. Didn't love it, liked it.
Yeah.
If they make a figure, would I buy it? Absolutely not. Like
But see optical, but think about too how people haven't really embraced Captain Marvel. People
Mhm.
haven't really embraced like who the other ones like Thena, like the superheroes. I'm thinking of Marvel
Yeah.
female.
Well,
Like I'm
Tina,
wondering why that is.
they're kind of iffy. Like their
yeah,
character, not just the figure, the character itself. It's kind
Yeah,
of the
right,
movie
right.
itself is kind
Because
of
people like, for example, people love Jyn Erso. People
yeah,
absolutely go crazy for
yeah,
Jyn
yeah.
Erso.
That's
yeah,
sold out. That's
Yeah.
sold
yeah,
out.
So because people
I-
love the film. So I think it just depends on the
yeah.
quality of the character in the film. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I think with the Eternals too, like I think if they completed the team, I think more people would buy that Athena character. But I feel like they're not completing the team, so it's just gonna be weird just to have Thena and Gargamesh. What's his name? Gargoyle,
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
Gargamesh. I don't know, Gilgamesh,
Well,
right?
and to tie on to that topic, like Riva, for example, right? Like Riva was just most people
Mhm.
didn't really connect with her, so it's same
Right.
kind of deal. Like it's
Yeah,
I can think
yeah.
of one. Will
there's some.
Catwoman from Batman Forever?
Catwoman. Yeah,
I
see,
bet you if they do one, sold out.
you mean from Dark Knight?
No, that too, and the one that
The
everyone's
Batman.
asking for, the Michelle Pfeiffer
Oh,
one.
Michelle Pfeiffer
Oh,
one.
The
Michelle
Right,
Michelle
Pfeiffer
Pfeiffer
one.
one.
Yeah,
Michelle
right. People
Pfeiffer.
would do that.
yeah.
People
I
would
Right,
think
buy
it'll
that.
sell out
right.
quick.
Yeah,
But
she probably would.
is that a cop out because that's still a comic book character, so to speak?
No, I'd say that's
No,
Oh,
reasonable.
that's
I mean,
fine.
that's reasonable.
but the fact that we can't really think of anyone, is that more of an indication that there just aren't enough female-led films? Like, is that like most of them are still male? There's more female than there was for sure, but
Yeah,
I think
like
there
yeah.
is more male. I mean, I think it's a fact. There's more male oriented things that is more catered to us in a form of that's going to be made as a toy. You
right.
know,
Mhm.
Because I
and
mean,
that, I think it's a
and
fact.
I would assume the analytics, like for example, when we look at these YouTube analytics, where the audience who watches my channel are like 97% male, I would assume the collector audience who collects hot toys is probably maybe not that quite disproportionate, but maybe 95% male, 90% male. Like I would assume it's probably like that, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I mean, when I was collecting a lot of Hot Toys back then, Marvel and Star Wars, I would say a percentage of it is at least like 15% were female, because you had the
Right.
Wasp, you got, yeah, then I had like Jyn Erso, Princess Leia. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
good
Leia.
amount of female characters. I mean, I had Ellen Ripley at once. I mean, I never thought once, oh man, this is kind of weird. I felt kind of weird when I was brushing Black Widow's hair,
Well, a
when they
couple of
had
those
their
figures too were a little,
when I
yeah.
was just like,
Yeah,
trust me, when I was brushing it, I was like, "Yeah, what am I doing
It makes
here?"
you question,
I
yeah.
questioned
question
myself for
your
that very
life.
moment. I told myself, "I hope my wife is not gonna like walk through this store because this is gonna be weird." But besides that, no, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was weird. You know, but
Yeah. I don't think it's
like I
weird
said,
either.
I don't think it's weird. I just think it's weird if it's just strictly female. I don't know why. It just I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Collect whatever you want, but it would just be like,
I think it
hey,
became weird because of this data. There's so many male figures that's out there, and you choose to collect just female.
Female, yeah.
Like I think that's where it becomes kind of. It was like you can't find a good Batman out there that you bought. Two Captain Marvels.
That is a good point to that, because it just totally overwhelming, disproportionate male figures. There's a lot more male figures. So if you'd only have female figures, you have to be actively targeting only female figures. You have to go out of your way to not buy anything male. Like, and for female collectors, again, that makes sense. Like if you want to collect all female characters, there's empowerment, and you want to see females in lead, that makes sense.
Nothing wrong with
but
that.
for a guy, it's a little bit different.
I don't know if that's there's nothing wrong with that, but please don't question if we feel kind of uneasy right next to you.
Yeah, because it's just like, oh, there's Ant-Man and Wasp, and you just got the Wasp. It's like, wait, why didn't you get Ant-Man? Or
Wasp is cool, but yeah.
It's like asking somebody. It was like, "What's your favorite team?" The '96 Bulls. Who's your favorite player there? Judd Butler. I was like, you didn't like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, even
why
don't you didn't like that,
right?
You went all the way from the bench guy. All right,
cool. The bench guy.
Yeah, it's like, dude. I like Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know if you think we're crazy, and if you because I think we're all three. We got a consensus here. We don't think it's weird as long as you're not sexualizing them. If you're sexualizing them, then it becomes weird. Yeah,
then it does.
Yeah, because it's not what the figures are meant for. They're meant to be representations of awesome characters and iconic and whatever, and just you're supposed to love the character, not love the look of the character only. So it's